going on, people? It's Pistol back again. I hope everyone's fit and well. Another preview, another door on behind closed doors. Massive game tomorrow against Norwich. I've got a Norwich fan in Jacob. He'll be coming in any minute now. What is everyone's prediction for tomorrow's game? Before I do bring Jacob in, I think it was the Football Content Awards. Congratulations to Always TV for winning the football club content creator. So well done to Joe and Oscar for winning on theirs. Congratulations to everyone else who won it. Just that's all I'm gonna say about that. But yes, back again to the Norwich game. Like I said, I've got a Norwich fan in Jacob. He's going to talk about Norwich season as well. We're not going to talk Jacob about the game that we played 2 years ago. If after the stream, if no one's watched it, the game was Norwich 3, Forest 3. The link is below. So if you do want to watch it, please watch it after the stream. It was a crazy game. One of my best vlogs I've ever done. But yeah, I will explain to Jacob about it in a minute now. But like I said, people, watch your predictions for tomorrow. And if you've got any questions for Jacob, please put them right in the comment section. Forest fans, Norwich fans, you can. So like I said, ask me, ask Jacob. And yeah, we're about to start. So I'm going to bring Jacob in now. How are you doing, Jacob?
Hello, mate. All good. Yourself?
I'm all good, man. I was just about to say to everyone now, you know what, before we start,
yes,
can you talk about your YouTube channel, if you can?
Yeah, so Canary Cast, we've been running that for a few months now on YouTube. It's just kind of reacting to the Norwich games, which is great since we've been top of the league. You know, get to talk about a lot more wins, and I guess you guys are in a bit of an opposite position at the minute. But I've been really enjoying it so far this season, and yeah, it's a grind, as I'm sure you know. But it's great to see, and hopefully we'll have a few comments tonight. And yeah, it's great to kind of interact with fellow fans, isn't it? Really.
Yeah. But like I said, people do want to subscribe to. Is it Canary Cast?
Canary Cast, yeah.
Canary Cast. The link is below, so people do subscribe to the channel. Like I said, it's different kind of clothes, but we're both the same. Right. Before we talk about tomorrow's game, I want to speak to you about the game 2 years ago when Forest played Norwich 3-3. Forest was winning 3-0. Did you go to the game?
Yes, I remember being there. It was Boxing Day, wasn't it?
What was your feeling as a Norwich fan?
I was like, what are we doing? How are we 3-0 down? We were obviously flying at that point, and make a couple of silly errors, 3-0 down. But I'll be honest with you, as soon as that Mario Vrancic deflected strike goes in, we've done it so many times that season. I thought, hello, Forest are dropping off here. We're going to get something.
I feel like I went to the game as well. I vlogged it, and when Forest were beating Norwich, I think it was 3-2. And what was that feeling when, like I said, you just said Norwich was scoring goals in the last minute that season as well? What was your feeling when they scored that third goal?
Oh, it was just bloody brilliant. It was such a good day. You know, Daniel Farke is not known for his kind of outbursts, but even he was on the pitch waving his arms up in the air, getting the crowd pumped. It was just remarkable. You know, it felt like a winner, really. And you think after the game, it was only a draw. Why are we overreacting? But yeah, it was just one of those in the moment, wasn't it? You think, oh, bloody hell, how have we done that? We're 3-1 down, 85th minute? And yeah, to get back to 3-3 was really good. And it was kind of a springboard, I think, for the rest of the season. To kind of go, we're good enough to get points, even however many goals down we are. And it helped us go on and go win the championship.
Like I said, you got promoted to Premiership last season. As a Norwich fan, how did you feel about it?
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was brilliant because it was ahead of plan. We had no kind of thought process of thinking, we're going to be contenders that year. We win it. We were disappointed with the transfer window. Not enough money spent, not enough real quality spent. And we were unlucky before the lockdown. A couple of really rash decisions in games, poor defensively, which we were in the Championship a couple of years ago, but the Prem's just another level of stepping up. And then after lockdown, we were dreadful. I think a bit like yourselves who dropped off the cliff. We lost every game, scored about 2 goals and conceded a shed load. And it was just, really, really difficult to watch.
Like I said, you got relegated. And I said at the start of the season, Norwich will be there. They'll be there in top 10 because you brought some fantastic signings. You brought in Keith Downing. You brought in what players did you bring in before the season started?
Yeah, Kieran Dow, Ben Gibson, Jordan Hugo, all got championship experience.
Yeah.
Kept Demi Buendia, kept Timu Pukki, kept all the kind of main players that we knew had done it a couple of years ago, and added to that. And that was brilliant, really, because obviously we lost Ben Godfrey and Jamal Lewis, but we felt like we had enough in the squad to kind of go and really have a go at it this season. And I'm not sure the Championship's as strong this year as it was a couple of years ago. It doesn't feel like it. There's probably 3-4 teams or 3 other teams that I would say are going to be challenging us really for those top 2 spaces. But yeah, I'm confident when we've got so many injuries at the minute. We'll go on to it later, I'm sure. But we've got about 13 injuries. Yeah. So with that fully fit squad, I'd expect us to win the league.
Like I think I put Norwich. No, you know what? I put Norwich to win the league because when I saw the players, I thought to myself, like they had a poor transfer window last season. Now they've got relegated. They've brought in quality players for this league. So
they had a better window, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't understand that. But let's talk about your manager.
Yeah,
Faulkner. Like he's been here. I think it's his 3rd season now. He's been there.
Yeah, 4th season. So yeah, he's been. Okay. Yeah, so he's obviously German. He's our first foreign coach, and he's very disciplined in the way he does it. So when it works, like the football he's implemented from the way where we were when he started to where we are now is absolutely ridiculous. Like the difference is brilliant. Like we keep the ball a lot. We'll play 4-2-3-1. But at times it can be very rigid, and his substitutions are sometimes late. You'll see that tomorrow. We don't have that many people to bring on, unfortunately. But yeah, it'll be 4-2-3-1, always the same way. Even if we're losing, like you'd have seen when we were 3-0 down to yourselves a couple of years ago. We don't hoof the ball up. No matter what position we are, we always pass through the stages, and yeah, we'll keep the ball on the floor because we don't really have the players to change it up, really.
Yeah. Right, we're talking about current form now. Like I said, you're up there. Like looking up, we spoke before we come on live. Tell us about Norwich's form so far this season.
It's been solid, but not spectacular. We haven't beaten anyone more than 2 goals, which you think, oh, okay, you're taking you take 2 goals, but with the squad, you think maybe we could batter someone. That's not going to happen this year. I don't think we're scrapping for wins. We've done well enough in games. Bristol City we beat 3-2. That was a really good first half performance. Same as Stoke again. We were 3-0 up in both games and really worked hard and well in those games to kind of get to that stage against, I guess, teams that are going to be in and around that top 6. And everyone else, to be honest, has been 1 goal, very scrappy. And because a lot of teams, I expect Forest to be the same tomorrow, are dropping back against us. Banks of 10, basically, and just saying to us, right, break through this wall because of 1 poor season in the Premier League. So it's a lot different. Like I say, with Norwich's style, we're very narrow. You'll be able to throw a blanket over our players because we just do not go wide enough at times, which is a frustration when you're drawing a game. But yeah, it'll be very possession-based, very kind of narrow and trying to score the perfect goal, really.
Yeah. I'm not happy with you anyway, with Norwich, because you lost to Derby 1-0 with Wayne winning. So I am going to give you some grief about that. Like, how did you lose to a team that is rock bottom?
It was one of the worst performances I've seen from us in a very long time. We had a penalty. Timu Pukki slipped, and it was just one of those days where I'm sure you've seen it yourself. Your team could play for another 100 minutes, 100 games, and that game you're just never going to win it. And as soon as they had 1 counter-attack, Derby, they defended the whole game, 1 counter-attack, and 25 yards out, Rooney stepping over the ball, you think, oh, this just in, and it was. And yeah, it was a horrible game at that point. I think we'd lost 2 from our first 4 or 5, and we were like, okay, we might struggle here. We need to kind of look at what we're going to do. But then we've gone on a run since of 10 games undefeated, and it's looking a lot better now.
You mentioned about you got quite a lot of injuries for Norwich. What players have been standing out so far this season for Norwich?
Emi Buendia will be the main man.
Class.
He's Premier League level. Timu Pukki, if you give him space, he will score a goal. He's only just come back from injury himself. To be honest, he's a bit patched up at the moment. So we only had one left back, who was Javi Quintia. He's got injured. We don't exactly know what the problem is. So he's in Spain with his parent club at Villarreal. So we've got a midfielder in there. So Knockaert, that will be interesting to see how he cuts in, because obviously our left back is currently right-footed, but he's not that strong. Christoph Simmon's going to come back in because Ben Gibson's been injured. So now he's out for 2 weeks. So he'll be the main one. I'll be interested to see how Lyle Taylor does with him. Yeah. And then everyone else, Mario Vrancic is always good off the bench. You'll have seen him a couple of years ago when he scored that deflected goal. He can be a pain in the backside. And that's about it, to be honest, because everyone else will be youth players on the bench. There's not much else.
As a Norwich fan, as you know, Forest have not been great so far this season. How do you feel as a Norwich fan Forest have been?
Well, we were surprised because obviously we saw like the drop off last year, and we were like, bloody hell, like you should have got playoffs. So I watched you a few games, watched the Leeds game, and on the counter attack you looked really good. You know, Limucci looked to have a style, and then you brought a lot of players in. I was thinking, okay, that they could. We had a season prediction of my co-host Joe put you in the top 6. I thought that the backlog of poor form might continue, and unfortunately it did. I like Limucci, I guess you guys did as well, but you just don't seem to have that consistency there. You obviously bring Houghton in. We had Houghton in the Premier League. We know exactly what he's going to bring. He will let you defend and be defensively solid before anything else. And we'll do again probably 4-2-3-1, 4-5-1. And it's not the prettiest, but in this league, it can be effective. Having said that, I think you have a lot of players who probably need to be shifted again. And at the minute, it's probably a bit of a transition where you take not going down, the back door of League One. I don't want to say it too loud because you should never be there. But hopefully you survive, because obviously you're one of the top proper clubs in this division. Yeah,
you mentioned about Lyle Taylor. Like, is there any players that, what do you think who Norwich should be worry about? Like Lyle Taylor or Joe Lolly? What do you think Norwich should watch?
Yeah, so I don't know what Lewis Graben's state is. I can't stand Lewis. Injured, so he's definitely not playing, thank goodness, because he normally scores against Norwich. He used to play at Norwich, obviously, and it did not end well. So he's scored against us a couple of times, done the old shush celebration, so I'm glad he's out. Yeah, Lyle Taylor will be a threat in behind, I think, because Zimmerman and Hanley, who will be playing centre-back, turn like tanks, to be quite honest with you. So if you can get it in behind, then that's your main key. Yeah, Lolly, obviously, on his day, is a top quality footballer. I'm surprised he's not gone on to the Premier League. And then again, Knockaert.
Not good enough.
No, not good enough? Okay, that's interesting, because sometimes I see him and I look at him and say he's a well beater, but I guess that's the inconsistency and why he's still in the Championship. Same with Knockaert, Houghton loves him. Brought him into like 3 different clubs, hasn't he? And I think, again, they're just predictable 1-foot players, I guess, where you can, if you show them onto their right side, it's just not as strong. Everyone else it's a tricky one, mate. I watched yourselves against Reading, and it was really difficult to watch, because obviously you got the man sent off with Yates. I thought Bree Stamble was a decent goalkeeper, but he seems to have had a poor game against Reading.
He's been awful,
really,
and that's been real. Like, he's been awful. He's not been himself. Like last season, he was fantastic. Well, this season, everything like with Forest, everything's changing. Like with Chris Houghton as manager. Which gets sacked. Everything it's not been the same. So, and now we've got Norwich next. I think every Forest fan are dreading it. So, you mentioned Chris Houghton.
Yeah,
come to Forest. Do you think this season? I think is a dead body. I think he is fighting for relegation. Do you think he'll do well for Forest?
He's the best manager you can get to get yourself out of this league, to be honest, mate. Which is, I guess, what you want at the end of the day. This season it looks like a squad that is definitely not his, and there's a lot of players in there that he would want to get rid of. He's going to need a couple of years to get that sorted. I don't know if he'll get that time, but if he does, then he will put you in for contention 100%. You just need to kind of stay above 3 other teams this year. I think it's as simple as that, which I think you've got. Sheffield Wednesday, Wickham, they're not great. Rotherham look poor. So I think you've got enough to stay up for definite. But for fans fearing tomorrow, I don't want to give you false sense of hope, but to be honest, we haven't blown anyone away. So if you do a low block and literally do put 10 men behind the ball, we will not score 4 or 5. It will be a very tight, scrappy game, I think.
I think like I said, last game you said you've not blown teams away. Like the game against Sheffield Wednesday, I was at work and you losing 1-0, and I said, so Norwich will come back. They'll come back and look at what happened. 1-2-1. Is that like you said? Is that what it's been like for the season so far?
Yeah, mate, we always give a chance away. So with Norwich, barely keep a clean sheet. We kept one against Birmingham, I remember, and Huddersfield. That's basically because they didn't have a shot. Like it was against Sheffield Wednesday at the weekend. It was a great cross from reach, and I think it was Windass who finished it. But it was just poor defending. Like we just give people chances, and if you counter-attack effectively, then you will get 2 or 3 chances against us. We're not brilliant at set pieces. We do struggle there. Yeah. So if you play off those scraps, Norwich will give you a chance. You've just got to try and stay defensively solid. If we get the first goal, I think we'll win 2-0 comfortably. But if you get the first goal or keep it 0-0 for as long as possible, it will be really close. I can only see really one, absolutely max 2 goals in it.
Just hopefully we do a Derby against you.
It wouldn't surprise me, mate. It really wouldn't surprise me because I think your squad's better than that. Better than the Derby side we came up against. It's just, it doesn't seem to be clicking at all for you guys this season.
Right, so 2 more questions.
Sure.
Prediction-wise, I'll start with Norwich. On current form now, where do you think Norwich will finish this season?
It's a tricky one because of the injuries. So, like I said, we've got 13, 14 out at the minute. If they come back and don't get injured again, then we'll win this league. I have no doubt about that because I don't think it's that great. I don't think there's that many. Bournemouth aside, I'm not fearing anyone else. Watford are defensively solid, but I think that we can edge them in terms of squad to squad. It's just all about the injuries. At the minute, we need to get over this horrible festive period, which is about 7 more games until January. Try and hang on to the coattails of the top 2 bit, and then really once everyone's back, just go on and run. Then I think we can finish top 2.
Where do you think Forest will finish?
Bottom mid-table, I think at the moment is the best you can hope for. Unfortunately, unless a run starts going, you've obviously got a few injuries out yourself. Joe Worrell's just come back, hasn't he? But you've got the players there. I think that's the frustration, really. And Hughton is the manager to get you out of this division for sure. But I think this year you just need to look at bottom mid-table and make sure you don't go down to League One.
Last but not least, what's your score prediction for tomorrow?
Oh, it's a tricky one. I want to say, I think 2-1 Norwich, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 0-0, 1-0. Very close game. It will be very close. That's for sure.
So you're not giving a picture. You're trying to dodge the question.
2-1 Norwich. There we go. We'll go 2-1 Norwich. I don't like that. I hate predictions because you always look such a mug when you get them wrong. But it will be very close, mate. And if anyone's thinking it's going to be 3-4-0, don't put that bet
on. Before you go, what 10 people in? Tell people about your channel before you do go.
Just kind of talk about Norwich, react to the games, we'll react to tomorrow's game, win or loss. And it's just kind of, it's brilliant to kind of interact with other fans, and we've got a few other fans from channels we've been on before, and it's just great to have a kind of community, really, isn't it? And it's been enjoyable this year to kind of go back to the Championship because the Premier League is so kind of filtered out now, isn't it? It's not really for proper fans anymore, and you come back down to this league and you feel it a lot more, the emotion and everything.
5%,
there's a lot,
5%.
And especially with fans not in at the minute, or as many fans, it's a community at the minute where you need to kind of be talking as much as possible, and you feel a lot more passionate about it when you're all talking about it together. It's really interesting to see everyone else's other opinions, and hopefully we get a couple more from yourself, and we can chat again when Norwich play Forest again.
Yeah. What tier are you in? Tier 2 or 3?
Tier 2, mate. So we're lucky enough to have 2,000 in.
Oh, so have you been going to games then?
I haven't been able to at the moment because there's obviously been just the one this weekend, and then obviously tomorrow. Not been able to yet, but hopefully we'll be soon.
Okay, but thank you for coming on. Hopefully Forest get the win at last against Norwich. Thank you very much, Jacob, for coming on the channel, and do please subscribe to his channel. His link is below as well. But like I said, Jacob, thank you for coming on, and hopefully Forest give you a battling tomorrow, I hope.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Best of bad luck and everything, and hopefully back to you as well.
Thank you for that, Jacob. Cheers, Jacob. Cheers. Well, so that's Jacob, Norwich fan. But if you do want to subscribe to the channel, his link is in below. But like I said, if you are new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button. like if you are new. Before I do go, what's everyone's prediction for tomorrow's game? What's the Swansea score, people? I know that there's quite some games on. Yes, what's everyone's prediction for tomorrow's game? Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to watch along tomorrow. I'll start at I'll start about 7:30. Games at 7:45. As well, before I do go, I did the Norwich game 2 years ago, and if you do want to watch it, the link is below as well. So please, when I do finish the stream, go and watch the Norwich Forest game. It was free. I think it's one of my best vlogs I've ever done. It was free. It was free. So please do go and watch that. But yes, it was one of the best vlogs I've ever done. It's an amazing vlog. I think it was me, Craig. And Malcolm was there as well. I think we didn't really talk to Malcolm that much then, but he's in the vlog as well. But yeah, it was amazing. Best one on the vlog. But please do go and watch it if you can. But like I said, tomorrow I'll be there, 7:30. Hopefully we can get a result or get a goal. But like I said, if you're new to the channel, please do hit the like, subscribe if you are new. And I will see everyone tomorrow at 7:30. And as well, go on Swansea away days and put DoreOnTour rules. Okay? Thank you for people for coming to watch. And hopefully we get a good result tomorrow. Up the Forest.